Okay. Or if it, what if it like the Butterdale smelled like toast? That kind of would fit, but it'd also be a weird combo because they like butter toast and things. Anyways, let's go. Sorry for not seeing your message right away. Okay, so we need to find Hoxton here. So it's north of it. All right, east of Low. Okay. Oh, hold on. It's over one. It's north. Okay. It's east of here. West. So it's in this column. South of. Okay. Right here? Yeah, we got it the first time this round. It's natural defense. Lure in unsuspecting hungry humans, and then poison the poison takes hold. Okay, look. Here's the thing, though. That is a very good point. But also, I feel like if you had a flour that tasted like buttered toast, or just butter in general, right? And it was a poison that could kill you, I do feel like more people would be assassinated, like in like medieval times, because it's kind of taken place in kind of like, I don't know if this wouldn't take place in medieval times specifically. It feels more a little further along than that. I can't think of the time frame specifically, but imagine if they did that, because then butter would have tasted different, because then they would have tried to make butter taste like other things, because that's oftentimes what happens with foods items and stuff, right? If they want to add things, butter is used in lots of like baking bread and baking other foods, that kind of thing. Medievals, knights, and courts. Yeah, this is a little further along with that, because they've got like the nice pretty dresses and corset time. Like it's be a little further. I don't know what time frame it is, but I've seen it and I like it in games. The name slips my mind. They've got like constables and stuff. But yeah, like they would change the way butter tasted in order to prevent that. Because imagine being a chef and then the king's just like, this tastes like butter, kill him. You know what I mean? So you'd have to, it would change how butter tastes, which would change the texture and flavor of all other foods before that. 1400s, yeah, have that aesthetic. Yeah, so it's probably that time frame, because like it's an aesthetic that I like, but I can't remember what time frames they are, because I don't look into it nearly as much as I look into medieval times. Anyways, sorry, but like that would be a really fun thing to do in a game or a story, is to change the certain what text flavors that we would think is like nice and tasty and amazing, only for that world to be like, no, 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 we don't like that flavor because it's evil. My eyes are drawn to the silhouette of the grisly old man standing at the edge of the field. His mind is broken, seemingly beyond repair. Vacant eyes fix on nothing. A whisper of expression on my as my gaze sweeps his face, but only a whisper. He raises his arms, points. I follow his outstretched finger, and I am surprised to find a cluster of wildflowers growing hidden from view. I think this is the first time we come across the Wanderer. I think. You know what I mean? But to be honest, the courtly stuff held for some time thereafter. Yeah, I feel like if you told me that these guys had like vehicles, I wouldn't be surprised. But it's definitely got the constable, because he's got that the weird helmet. It's got that. It's got. He's like a police officer, and it reminds me of like British. I think it's England that this takes place, or supposedly supposed to be England. I'm looking for a plant. Lady of what's to say, something or other. I'm no green-eyed, so that's for sure. My mind isn't at all what it used to be. It's the one that's supposed to help with mental decline. Why you be this way? I need to get up and eat something. I'm getting snacky. Not this one. I think it's this one. It's what I love this one's color. Look how beautiful it is. Mid late 1800s. I just tuned in and didn't know what you meant by the constable's hat. Yeah, it's the one that's kind of shaped round, and then it has like the badge on the front. It kind of reminds me of like a Savarian hat, like the hats that they used to wear in like the Savarians and stuff. I think we'll see him at some point. But they call them constables instead of calling them cops, but that's what they are. They're police force. And they often have to run around the streets with batons and nothing like batons, and I think they used to use leather or old-fashioned, like I think it was leather, like handcuffs. They didn't use the other things. Could be any time thereafter. That's fair. Yeah, that's the one. 1860 sometimes. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, yeah, and they had, like, proper uniforms and buttons and stuff. I remember the only reason I know about the leather cuffs was because there's a book that I read that had that aesthetic, and they talked about, like, the leather handcuffs they used to use and how people stopped using those because they could be broken, warped, and they could actually do more damage than, like, modern ones because they could cut circulation off if you tied too tightly. So, anyways... because leather can get really tight if you're like not careful, and some cops were not very gentle with their soldiers. Also, they could beat you in public, and no one would say otherwise. Okay, curly leaves. Okay, yeah. So this is the one. I like this flower. This flower's very pretty. So we've gotten 2 endings now. Here you go, my dear. Goodbye. See, that's the one I need right there. I need this one because I gotta fix its spelling. I just put the letters in there that I know that were in there that would make my brain go back to it. Maybe. It has soft leaves. I think this one's it. Yeah, it has soft leaves. Yeah. Because he told me that's what that plant was. But it would be interesting if they told you... Yeah, the idea of policing brutality, it is recent because of before this time it was endorsed heavily. Yeah. And it was just... and then it's just policing. Yeah. See, in the book that I'd read about where they talked about when they had the constables and stuff, they called them something else because it was obviously supposed to be fictional. They had, like, you know, magic and stuff. But they kind of stuck to some of the aesthetics. They talked about how it was completely normal for them to interrogate somebody. They normally took them back to the headquarters, but it wasn't required. Mostly because they didn't want them to escape during interrogation in the book. But, like, it was, like, completely acceptable in that. So it's like the early stages of the time frame. Hello, my man. They're saying the Abbey's been killed. Yep, I already know about that. I know a lot of people don't trust the sisterhood, but it seems to me that the Abbey always looked out for the less fortunate. Yeah, they just kind of had their own thing going on, didn't they? The cold is too much to bear beyond the gap. I'm forced to turn back. I would advise against it, but if you are determined to explore the Great Gabe, be sure, Gabe. I think it's Gabe? I don't know. To be sure to take precautions. Knowing you, I'm sure you'll have a plant up your sleeve that you can keep you warm should the weather turn against you. Sadly, I gotta race though, but I hope you have fun. Sure thing, and be safe and enjoy your day. Be all good. Always watch the video later if you're interested. After several hours of erroneous hiking, is that what it is? I don't know. I've never seen that word. The Great Gabe. Yeah. I don't know. Gabe. I don't know how to say it because to me I think like Gabe like a name, but I don't know how the name is spelled. After several hours of it, yeah. So I know what we need. We need this one. This one doesn't make sense to me because it's just a plant. Like, is it like alcohol? Like it just makes you think that it's working? I don't know. I know it says the different reasons for why it does its thing, but yeah. It's the funniest word. I mispronounced. It's her, it hurt myself, yeah. See, this particular game has 8 endings, and we've already done 2 endings, so I still have some more to do. So I've seen these words before, but because I've not heard them, I'm saying them all wrong for sure, except for the ones that I've like seen in life. I can't be apologetic anymore. I push on, no longer feeling the cold, and I'm presumably overweight. Am I persistently overweight? Yay! A dead-looking ashy plant. Woo! Who doesn't love that? Put that away. Hello, kitty cat. Let's pet you. I think this is an achievement I got for petting him 13 times. This plant is cursed. It has brought me nothing but sorrow. Sorrow, sorrow, tears. Please take it. I want nothing more to do with it. I have a business to run. Are you truly giving me this? Dude, you're gonna make me go bankrupt. He's a disrespectful man, I tell you what. Bing, bing. Hello. Hey, Simone, my love. Hello, Born. Always a pleasure, my feline friend. I hope he hasn't been nibbling the plants again. I have a favor to ask. You owe me for the hours I spent digging out the information on those plants, okay? I've been burning the midnight oil again and could use some commentary. I know where to find it. According to Grayson's herbology, it grows in abundance on Red Pike. I'll come by the day after tomorrow and collect it. I have business in the meantime. Okay. So I'm going to go here and get this. I know exactly what she's looking for. Like, I know exactly where that is because I've got this one several times. I have to open it again. There we go. Let's go grab that plant for her while we're at it. I enjoy the pleasant stroll up the fell. The going is easy, the weather agreeable, and the view magnificent. Majestic. Sorry. I do not have to look hard to find what I am after. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and label this because I know for a fact that this is what that is. We've done this enough times for it. Okay. Let's stick this on the shelf and move on to the day. Oh, I love the cat. It's so cute. Here is the witchcraft detective. Okay. When you work with the occult, I find it pays to uphold a certain image. If you're going to be accused of performing witchcraft anyway, it doesn't hurt to put on a bit of a show every now and then. Let the pruders know that I am punters. Know that I'm capable of that sort of thing. Long story short, I may have threatened to turn a small boy into a toad, and the little booger called my bluff. Oh, don't look at me like that. You know the boy what little boys are like. And I can assure you he deserved to be turned into a toad. Anyways, I think a little display is needed to discourage this sort of behavior in the future. Have any shimmer lung. I'm gonna assume he kicked like a cat or something like that. Something really bad to justify scaring the tar out of a young boy. So that's what we're going with. It doesn't matter if it's true. Just doing it. We're going on no hints this time for an achievement for sure. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Okay. Oh, might be good. I've actually spelt lung right. Alright. Hello, mister. I'm sorry for shouting, but I'm a little hard of hearing. I'm looking for a plant that can supposedly help me hear better, but I've forgotten what it's called. I remember it's bright red, though. I'm pretty sure that's this one, right? Yeah. Because it's used to, like, spy on people and listen in on them. Alright, another card. Oh, this is the map one. Time passed, a year, and then another. The book remained hidden, but out of sight. Did not mean out of mind. The book was what she thought her thoughts settled on when she rested, what she brooded over when she did her chores, what she pictured when she dreamed. She should have sought help for these thoughts, you know? The Abbey could have helped her. There's plenty of plants as well that could also make memories disappear, kind of thing. You know what I mean? She had options. It's down this way. I can't remember. I think it's this one, yeah. Right about here. A gentle sound of flowing water, the sun through the scattered clouds. A reset. All right. Got those plants. Hello. How bad was it? The Fox button was no help, I'm afraid. The sisterhood refuses to speak with me openly with me. Not that I have time to pursue it properly. I'm rushed off my feet this week. There's been a body found in the Swinside stone circle, and apparently it's a gruesome one. Don't suppose you've got anything to help me keep my lunch down. My stomach never coped well with the grisly ones. Yep. Yeah, got it. We don't have the pygmy witch yet, but we know what it looks like. Hello, my man. You got me some mail. Good morning. Vern Green handed me this for you. She seems in a good mood. For now. I meant to tell you this yesterday, but it slipped my mind. I discovered a plant on a recent trip to Grizzlydale Forest, just north of Rustland. It was like nothing I'd ever seen before. I would have brought it back with me if the sisterhood had given me a moment alone, but they were overly protective lately. Yeah, their leader died and was brutally murdered. So you said the plant was northeast of it, so it's like right here. From the moment I stepped off the road, I can't shake the feeling I'm being watched. Suddenly, find my way blocked by 3 women wearing green cloaks and holding short elm bows. Nobody may wander freely throughout the forest by order of the Abbey, says the leader of the trio. I turn to walk back, but then I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Okay. I want to say... Okay, this one. Visible, no, it has a sharp thorns and protected from predators. I think the Abbey gave me this one. Yeah. Okay. Because I remember last time I mixed this one up with the pink one. And I remember that the Abbey gave me this one so I can actually pass freely from here to there. Have any more labeled ones? Okay, cool. With the help of the mellow glow, I walk right past the sisters without them paying me any heed. Chuckling to myself, I collect the plant that Vera talked about and take my leave. The devil's plant. Oh, hey, what you need, my dear? I'm afraid the way you gave me is helping me sleep, and I'm very grateful for it, but the visions are stronger as ever. The woman in the jade mask appears in my dream every night. She screams at me, but I do not know why, and behind her, that presence is always there, dark and dreadful. I don't know what to do. The dreams feel like a warning, but I don't understand. A mosaic of colors that refuse to come into focus. Some part of me wants to stare down the abyss, but I'm afraid. Okay, I think last time we gave her candlewood because it fortifies the mind. Enhances psychic abilities. Clarifying. So I think we should do this one. Produces a red flower that provides a protective shield effect, protecting against all manner of afflictions of the mind. Thin red stems grow among tall leaves. Yeah, I think we gave her this one last time to fortify her mind because she's being accosted, and the thing can't really be taken on head on. Okay. Hello, my dear. What can I help you with? You don't come to we don't come to Undermere often, but I heard about your shop, and I said to Francis, we simply must pay a visit. It's a wonderful breath of life in the otherwise dreary town. I'm the green fingered one, and it's not really his cup of tea. But I persuaded him the trip would do him good, and besides, he'll be wanting to take a boat out on the lake. Shame about this awful weather, though. You must come to Sidrin. You have a small library, with some books on plants that my grandfather acquired many years ago. I'm sure that there will be an of interest to a horticulturist such as yourself. Horticulturist, okay. Let's go pay her a visit while we're at it. Yes. I'm greeted enthusiastically by Lady Elizabeth herself. She is very talkative and has so many questions on horticulture that I do my best to answer as she takes me on a tour of her gardens. Oh, you must take a sample of this back with you, she exclaims, pointing out the plant that I do not recognize. But before I could stop to take a look, she has already whisked me on to the next. And this one too, she says. I am quite exhausted by the time we make it to the library, and I don't have the time to make as thorough of a study as I would like. Nevertheless, I'm able to find an interesting intrigue that I note down. Don't forget these, Lady Elizabeth cries as I make to leave. She thrusts the plants from the garden into my hands, and I thank her warmly. Okay. We've got that. We're on a roll today. Poor kitty cat. I hate to wake you just to give you pets, but I love it. Hello. I'm looking for a plant with yellow flowers and coarse leaves. Okay. It helps with my heartburn. Heartburn. Can aid with digestive problems when prepared correctly. So he says a yellow flower with coarse leaves. Making sure there's not anything else I need. Yeah, I think this is what he needs. Come on in. It's raining out. They're saying Blackcomb is haunted now. Brandley Miller told me he saw the ghosts of a huge deer, antlers and all. But then Bradley Miller also says he can talk to the squirrels. Either way, there's something evil in the hills, and I'm not taking any chances. Awful what happened to that poor young man at the Swinside, I think it's his. I've come for some stinking cap. I think it's this one. This one. I'm pretty sure this is the one that smells bad. Yeah. Because she wants the one that smells gross. Okay. This one, we also need a label now. Because I know what this one is now, for sure. And we need to find it. It's in the H's. This one. Yeah, so this is the one I need to label now because I always mix it up. Okay. This one smells fruity, right? Was it notable, no odor? Yeah. Because last time we had a hard time figuring that one out. I know what this one is too. We might stick these up here just in case I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong. We know what this one is too. This one is this one. If you ingested, yep, it's this one. Okay. She lives alone in the castle to the northwest of the abbey. She buried her husband 3 miles to the east, where the Everheart grows. At 15, her mother, strong, dependable, loving, was struck down by I can't remember what this is, but this is that one disease it causes, where you spit blood up. I think. The girl drew inward as her father turned to the drink. Like it's a tuberculosis, I think is what I'm thinking. I think I'm thinking of the wrong thing, but that's what I think that means. But I know it's a sickness, and it's probably one of the commoner sicknesses that happened in the Middle of the Ages. So she lived in the castle northeast of the abbey. Northwest of the abbey, okay. She buried her husband 3 miles to the east where the Evertree goes. So 1, 2, 3. Nice. The dead tree, its bark cracked and blackened by fire, standing alone on the hillside. Off to one side, a patch of flowers grow on a low mound. And I know what this one is too, because it's a decorative plant. But I don't know if it will pop up here or not. Is it this one? No. It's called something specific. Yeah, I don't think it's entries here yet. Maybe it's this one. No? Okay, no. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I must thank you. Oh, good. We did the right thing. Last night, for the first time in weeks, my mind was calmed. I am no longer tormented by the visions of the woman in the jade mask and that terrible monster. Now I'm wondering if I have some worry list to keep me. Okay, so you want the worry list now, so. Worry list is named plants. Inhaling the smell of the flowers said to ease symptoms of anxiety. See. It smells wonderful. I think it's this one. I remember this one because the thing doesn't match its description. In my opinion, it doesn't like the leaves don't look right, but I think it's supposed to be like the end pieces on this, like right here. Yeah, it's like right here, I think, with the little bits. But it's because it smells wonderful. All right, I also think that this one is the hop heart one. If I remember correctly, that's the other one we have in this thing. What? My mom got this week. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, I think... Stiff leaves, yeah. I think this is correct. We'll stick that up here. Anything that hasn't been fully identified will be sticking up there. That I'm positive isn't. I don't know for sure. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna help her, and then we're gonna save and call it. I met a strange man on the road. Okay, not 2 days ago. He asked, he asked me about you. He said he had something for you. Don't ask me. To what? So I told him where to find you, but he looked stricken when I mentioned Undermere. Said he doesn't come near a town at all if he can help it. He was headed west, at least I think he was. He said he was looking for a winter spring, for the winter spring. I'll write it down for you. Anyways, that's my news. Did you manage to find the plant I wanted? Yes. Here you go, my dear. Alright. Have a nice day. Okay, let's go find this man. Maybe we'll finish up the day. I can't remember how close to the day we are. Headed west from Sig, which is here. He headed west, so he headed this way. Possibly near the source of the river. So... here? Here. Yep, there it is. The hermit camp is easy to find, nestled between the two boulders above the spring. The cooled remains of the fire ringed by stones is the only immediate sign that someone was here. I call out, but there is no reply. The hermit is not here. The more thorough search of the campsite yields something interesting. Tucked away off to the one side, discovered some broken pieces. Wood arranged. 2 down, 3 over. What's up? So we're here. So 2 down, 3 over. The camp at the Western Spring has led me to another camp of the sorts where I am greeted by an erratic man. Oh, yes, ho, 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 ho. The man says, you must take this. Take it. At his insistence, I received the looking glass that he thrust into my hands. He places an envelope directly on top. Ho ho, it's not no use to me anymore. Ho ho, no use. Don't forget the red. A bony. I am sure that he is quite mad. Well, we know exactly what this is. He's not. Well, he definitely is probably mad, but like, it is what it is in the matter. All right, and we don't have this plant yet, so we will leave that there. Throw that away. Another customer. We're just gonna get through the day, and then we'll call it. I am not long for this world. I have decided that I want to be buried in a grave decorated with rare and beautiful okay. Covered in their tombs. Okay. So, are you just getting old, or are you just worried about being old? A rare plant. Help with the dead, find peace in the afterlife. Those can afford place a wreath made from the graves of their loved ones. Almost always consists of 6 petals. I think it's this one. Right? No. This one. I remember it being way brighter than that. And it has like that, so I think it's this one. Yeah. Because I remember it being brighter than that. That one I didn't identify last time. Okay, so we will do that now. We'll label it. There we go. Oh, it's the girl with the green jade. Your reputation is growing, horticulturist. I hear you are the person to come for plants that are difficult to acquire. My head feels like it's being torn in two lately. I'm looking for some hopper. Yep. Knew it. I knew it. All right. And the customer. Hello, my dear. Rabin Bar Ward has called on my unique experience to aid in his investigation at Sideswind Stone Circles. Unique experience, huh? He knows how to flatter an old woman when he wants something. I thought about telling him to suck an egg, gave it a good long thought actually, but my cautious curiosity has got the better of me. He must be desperate if he's coming to me, and I bet they've got something juicy down there. Signs of ritual sacrifice, maybe? I could do with some witch pygmy to take with me. Always comes useful. Okay, I know what this one is too, because this one I think is really cute. All right. Yeah, I'm getting good. I'm getting faster at this beginning part. I know this is Jacob. Let me look that up. This is Jacobsworth. I wonder why it's called that. Maybe it's the guy who discovered it. Maybe it's like his name. I never see anybody in your shop. There's a daily surprise to me that you're still in business. I have a lot of people coming in. Believe me, I wouldn't be here if I didn't have to be, especially with this damn cat still here. Okay. I need Bishop's pedestal for a work-related matter. Okay. If I've got it, I think I do. I think it's this one right here. Dark Places. Milky? Yes. So it's this one. Good luck, my man. Yeah, see, that was the one that we have for the other one. So we're going to label these, and then we will move on to the next game. It's that one. And this one is the royal one. So let's do royal. Yep. There we go. There we go. Okay, that is the end of that day. So we're gonna look at the clue and then call it, and we'll move on to Six-Eyed Oracle. The old man of Constant looks out across the lake with blind eyes. His mind wanders with the current. His mind wanders with the current, floating gently towards the fork. Not long after the girl left home, her father wept, but he was so caught up in his own grief that he let her go and did not look for her. Jeez, so rough. Day 6. Okay, so we're gonna switch games real quick.
And we can just dance the night away until we get no more. Shake all the hurt away so you can feel and forget.